So I am on my way to the project. I got my roofer out there with his team, and they're doing work on the roof. Or should I say, they were doing work on the roof. When I hire a contractor, in the contract, in the agreement that I have the contractor sign between me and the contractor, it states that they are responsible for pulling permits. Now these guys are up there, they're working on the roof, got everything stripped down, and guess who? Surprise! Inspector pops up. Oh, we got big helicopter action over to my left. All right. Anyway, surprise! Inspector, and he shuts the project down. I'm annoyed, right? I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed when little stuff, right? This is something that you should have been able to take care of, no problem. Like we're not talking about anything difficult here. Just pull the damn permit. Now, roof's exposed. He's gonna put some tarp over it or whatnot. We gotta wait till he gets the permit. And then, in addition to that, he's like, "Oh, hey, well, you got some damage to your roof." And I'm like, "Here we go. Now the BS. Yeah, now the BS comes, right? Here we go. You're gonna tell me something I don't like." Again, it's like, yeah, I calculated like a extra $2,500 worth of work that you're gonna have to have done. What? Now, you just told me when you came out and did your inspection and just trying to figure out, what you all are going to need to do this project. And I don't know, I guess you're just telling me sweet little nothings just so I would accept your bid and get you to do the job. I'm not happy about paying an extra $2,500 for this work. Told me that there's an average of like 1 to 3 boards, and you take off all the shingles, and you're like, "Oh, we got to replace 17 boards," and there's like some structural stuff, that we're gonna have to fix. So when the inspector came by, he told him all of that, and of course the inspector's like, "Well, if you're going to have to do anything structural, you're going to have to pull the permit." So that's where we're at with this roof. Contractor saga continues. I'm going to pull up to this spot. He should still be out there. And then I can just talk to him face to face. Because I'm not a happy camper right now. Like, I'm genuinely annoyed by this whole process. All the delays, they were supposed to do this work on Saturday, and they found out that they didn't have the shingles that I wanted, so they had to wait for a new order of the particular shingle that I wanted to come in. Delayed to today. Today is supposed to rain. There's some rain happening right now. Looks like the majority of the rain is going to miss us, but they were halfway through this whole project, and now we're shut down because they had to hold up on his end of the bargain. So yeah, I'm not happy about the whole experience right now with this particular company. So pull up on them. Gonna get some video of the roof, let you see all that, and you know, all I can do right now is just change the frustration, change the me being annoyed, you know, change my mentality about all that, and replace it with positive thoughts and a positive attitude about the entire situation. So found it out now, and found it out when the buyer, you know, my future buyer, is trying to you know, buy the house, and they're doing their due diligence, and you know, I find out I need a new roof, and then I got to go through all this when we're trying to sell the house. So you know, just another way of thinking about it, you know. But paperwork, we shouldn't be getting delayed by paperwork. You know, I mean, it's just standard. It's just something that is a part, or should be a part, of the contractor's repertoire. They should be able to just get those things, and those should be non-issues to your contractor being able to do their job. So, hey, we're moving right through it. We're gonna continue to work through it, and yeah, let's see what this roof is looking like. All right, so out here at the property, and as you can see, it is jacked up. That roof is just seriously just jacked up. Got my workers out here. So, man, yeah, I just want them to, whew. It's actually a lot worse when you see it in person, you know what I mean? So, hopefully it won't take too long to get that permit, and then we'll get a brand new roof on that thing. But other than that, yeah. Good gracious. All right, so I just went down to the county site planning division, and this house is pretty old, so there aren't any site plans for it. So now I have to literally pay an engineer to come out here and create site plans for a house that needs a roof. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. Frustrating. A learning experience. Stay on top of the contractors, man, you know, and make sure they're holding up their end of the bargain. If not, you'll get stuff like this, where we gotta stop work on the house because contractor didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I mean, you know, I really gave it to him. Trust me, I gave it to him. over the phone, gave it to him. And what I don't like, man, I don't like when people try to play stupid and try to like play me like, oh well, you know, the contract said, you know, it'd be $70 per sheet of plywood. No, before you rip off 17 sheets of plywood, I need to know about it. You do not make a move on that house until you tell me something like that. Because I would have said, no, we're not ripping off of that many sheets. Especially not after I had several other bids telling me that at most they would replace only 4 sheets of plywood. And here you are taking off 17 sheets. For one, he messed up when he quoted me the price. He quoted me a price that was too low because he made a mistake when he was doing his inspection and getting all his, doing the estimates and stuff. Quoted me a price that was too low. But I told him, you know, the price that he wanted the deal actually done for, that was gonna kill it right there. So he's like, all right, you know what, I'll eat that cost and then, you know, I'll go ahead and do it. Well, then today you come out here and you're trying to double up on me and charge me an extra $2,500 to do this work right here. You know, it sounds like you're trying to make up for that mistake that you made. And paying $8,000 for a roof, and I mean, it's not even a new roof. Understand this. He's just making some repairs and putting shingles on it. I didn't ask for this thing to be re-decked, which is what he tried to do on the side of the one side of the roof. And everybody is, you know, the inspector comes out and he's like, hold up, you know, do you got a permit for this? You know, you're taking off all this plywood. You know, if it were just 2-3 sheets, okay, but you're taking off all these sheets, the entire right side of the house from the ceiling was exposed. And now I have to go through all these changes. I have to go through all these changes. I got to hire an engineer to come out here. I got to pay more money. So it's all a learning experience, man. You know, they say it costs to be the boss, and I mean this is what it is right here. Sometimes it's like this. So not to mention, one of his guys stepped through the ceiling in my bathroom. And just like, now there's a big hole in there. A guy came out to finish up the drywall. Okay, finishing up the drywall, and he can't do it because of someone stepping through the roof. But at the same time, the roofer brought all this attention to the property. It was just such a cosmetic rehab. I mean, it was just so cosmetic. There's nothing major to be done to this house, and now here's where we are with it. So yeah, he's pretty much done. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This guy costing me time and money. Can't have that. Can't have that at all. So I'm gonna get the name. Get the name of these cats. You know, so there it is. All right. The name of this company The name of this company is called The Whiting Co. Or The Whiting Company. It has such really good reviews on Angie's List. Got really nice ratings on Angie's List. And my experience is terrible. My experience with these cats are terrible. Now, that's not to say that this is a terrible company to go with, but I mean, when you quote me a price and then you see what you feel needs to be, like, you know, some extensive repair work done before you even begin making those repairs, I should get the opportunity to say whether or not I want those repairs made. I've had 2 other roofers look at this roof, both inside and out. None of them said 17 panels worth of work. And I'm looking at all the panels that they did take off, all the plywood panels that they did take off, and a lot of it was definitely good to go. So, live, you learn. Chalk it up to a learning experience. I'm going to go ahead and get this engineer to come out here. So I'm going to find a engineer to come out here, take a look at the property, so I can get the project back rolling. But until then, no work can be done on the house because it costs $1,000 a day penalty to my contractor, which, you know, I'll end up having to pay for because, you know, they're out here catching fines, you know, for working on our property. So, you know, gotta get it to stop. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get the engineer out here, Ricky Tick, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this project moving again. But not happy, but comes with the territory. Things like this happen sometimes. You know, this is the first for me, but I'm sure on this real estate journey, I'll have, you know, a lot more, you know, ups and downs and a few hiccups and stuff like that. So there it is, sitting there. We'll get it worked on. We'll get back after it. All right. Comment down below. Smash that like button so YouTube knows that, hey, this guy is saying some real stuff. You know, I can relate. And hit that subscribe button too. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right. Here I am. This is day number 3. No work being done to my spot since my roofer got my project shut down. So my joint's still tarped up, as you can see. And today we're actually supposed to be getting those permits, or that permit. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. A project like this needs a permit. Something that was so cosmetic until my roofer decided that it was an awesome idea, without my permission, to rip off 17 panels. And I believed him too, man. I was like, have you worked with investors before? You know, I'm trying to do the minimum amount of work to this project and get it back on the market. just because of the type of neighborhood it's in. And this guy said, yeah, I understand, and I've been working with investors for the past 20 years. Riding by mighty slow. I've seen him in this neighborhood before. I think he's one of the inspectors, just to make sure, we're not working on the property. But anyway, at any rate, yeah, I asked him, man. He was like, yeah, I've worked with investors 20 years. I have experience in the area that you're working in. So, if you've been doing this for 20 years, you got experience in the area, in the county, you've done work in this county before. Why did you think it would be a great idea to rip off 17 panels without obtaining the permits? And even more than that, why did you think it was a good idea to do that, to even begin to do any kind of work like that without consulting me first? So you didn't consult me, and then you did it without pulling any permits. Like, stuff is all good. Like, you're just gonna be able to just do that and not have to pull permits in this county. It just boggles my mind. So I've had a few days to cool off. So when I see him today, just gonna get the permit, and we're gonna part ways, and I'm gonna have someone else complete the work. So that's just where I'm at with it right now. I mean, it cost me a week worth of work. One of your guys stepped through the ceiling. I have to have that replaced, and re-drywalled and all that stuff. So it's just, and I don't like your business practices. Like, you're doing some really questionable and red flaggy stuff, and I don't like it when I'm speaking to someone and they're just trying to turn my words around and just play dumb and all that. So yeah, we're just gonna sever ties and go with a different guy on Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna show you all damage that was done to the property, because this guy it's a piece of work. But I mean, the guys that he hired to do it, I mean, they were doing it, man. They were gonna be done with it real quick. But hey, here's what it is. So I'm gonna walk in the property and show you all what the damage is. Inside the house, here's the equipment, or not the equipment, but the materials left by the roofing team. So I got a few options here, because they don't have the code to get in. So I could just pay the dude for the materials and just have someone else do it. But look at that. Step through the ceiling, bruh. I had people scheduled to come in here and finish the drywall. So put up the mud and all that, and just go ahead and get it ready for paint. But just look at that. Just step through the damn ceiling. Wow. And of course, guys like gonna deny it, but it's like, how are you gonna deny it? You weren't even here. So that's some of the plywood. that they threw up, and then here is the area that they stepped through and try to cover it up. So step through it. No one's gonna tell me, and then try covering it up with insulation. Like, I'm not gonna notice. Like, I'm not gonna walk into the bathroom and see fucking drywall caved in. So yeah, I'm pretty ticked off. Now we got these regular patrols of all these people that work for the county driving in extra slow motion by the house, you know, several times a day, just looking to see if we're continuing work without the permit being displayed. So yeah, this has been quite the experience, you know. And I mean, accidents happen, but at the same time, let me know, and don't try to cover it up. Like, come on, man. But anyway, so I'm gonna give this dude a call, see where he's at. He said he should have everything locked up by mid-morning, and then I'm just gonna go meet with him, have the conversation, and just move on from there. There's no need to continue to like devote any, you know, time and energy towards this. You know, it's just, it happened. It's a learning experience. I'm growing from this experience. You know, you all are along with me for my journey. You know, this is not my first rehab, but it is the first rehab I'm doing like all by myself. You know, with no real estate investment coach or anything like that. So yeah, definitely learning a lot from this rehab, and this is going to be one of many. So let me go ahead and make this phone call, and catch y'all on the next one.